niloloko lang.
Well, ang una, ang main conclusion is premeditated yung murder, ano? And may mga recommendations, of course, may mga proposed legislation. Yung iba, pending na rin sa committee, yung mga bills. Ano? Based on the testimonies na narinig natin sa committee hearings at saka based dun sa mismong findings ng NBI nung nag-hold kami ng executive session. Yun, yung mga personalities involved, yung basically, yung CIDG 8, dahil yung kanila mismong deponent, NBI ang naka-discover nito, yung investigators nila, na si Paul Olendan, yung deponent na sinasabing, yung naging basis na pag-issue ng search warrant, na nandun siya mismo at nakita niya yung mga firearms sa loob ng selda. It turned out, he was at least 100 kilometers away at the time that he claimed having seen the firearms.
Sir, were you disappointed when, in fact, for example, October 15, when General Baco relieved Marcos and his men, November 5, they could have, easily...
Kasama sa recommendation namin yun, na dapat yung mga day-to-day operation ng PNP, like administrative action being taken by the chief or any field commander for that matter, dapat hindi minamicromanage ng commander-in-chief. Kung natuloy yung relief nina Marcos et al., hindi siguro namatay yung dalawa sa loob ng selda, hindi ba? Yun lang ang isang logical conclusion kasi na-relieve na, but on the same day, General De La Rosa was instructed to reinstate them. Kaya nabalik tuloy sa position. Di ba, nirelieve dahil merong possible serious misdemeanor. Dahil merong advance party na nag-debrief kay Kerwin Espinosa at ang sinasabi na napangalanan sina Marcos na nakakatanggap o dating nakakatanggap kay Kerwin. So yun ang naging reason ng relief. Sa kasamaang palad, pina-reinstate. So nagkaroon ng pagkakataon ng opportunity para mag-apply ng search warrant at para mapatay.
So parang nagkaroon ng credibility yung Olendan or hindi nag-i-exist yung testimony?
Hindi. Kasi importante yun. Kasi kung wala yung deposition ng main witness na si Olendan, dahil wala nga siya doon, kasi doon nag-rely yung judge na nakita niya mismo yung firearms sa loob ng selda. When in fact, he was nowhere near the cell in Baybay. Kasi nandun siya sa Tacloban, nagtatrabaho. So, napaka-material nun.
So, walang weight dapat na nangyari?
At siyempre, hindi ma-approve yung search warrant. Kaya nga, meron ding reminder may pakiusap din sa Supreme Court na kung pwedeng yung mga huwes ma-advisean na tingnan mabuti, examine mabuti yung mga witnesses, yung mga deponents.
Dapat pananagutan ng mga judge na nag-issue ng warrant?
It's up to the Supreme Court. Kami, we're just requesting the Supreme Court kung may tingnan. And as a matter of fact, they already are looking into possible administrative liability of the judge. Yun, dapat din pagtuunan ng pansin sa legislation yun, yung planting of evidence, yung perjury. Naalala ko kasi when we check our records, meron din pala ako na-file na bill increasing the penalty for perjury. Ngayon, nakaschedule.
So yung time, na-find yung DOJ na nababagalan ako dito sa ano nila?
Medyo mabagal. Kasi nauna pa yung nangyari sa Albuera, Mayor, kesa doon sa Clark, GEQ. Pero resolved na yung kay GEQ, kaya lang nagkaroon ng investigation, pero nasa korte na. Yung kay Espinosa, nangyari even before yung sana, pero hindi pa na-resolve hanggang ngayon. Considering the presence of overwhelming evidence, dapat by this time, may resolution na yung DOJ. Bakit nagtatagal?
Sir, can you explain lang kung bakit hindi mo may kinalaman sa stabilization ng mga statement nila Stanley?
Hindi yung statement de las Cañas, yung parang combination of so many acts, yung pag-turn around de las Cañas, and then yung sunod-sunod, di ba? He was hopping sa mga TV stations, radio stations. So ano yung audience? Hindi lang yung, at saka sinabi rin naman ni Senator Trillanes during the hearing na nung tinatanong niya si Las Cañas na hindi lang naman yung mga senador ang dapat makarinig kung hindi yung sambayan ng Pilipino. Something to that effect, I cannot quote him verbatim, pero ganun ang essence ng kanyang pagtatanong. So, they're actually eyeing a bigger audience, not just yung sa loob ng Pilipinas, kundi pati international community. Kaya nga, malaki na yung pakikialam ng, hindi natin sinisisi, pero ang sinasabi ko, I'm just stating the fact based on my own analysis. Kasi, sabi ko nga, galing na rin ako dyan eh. Naging part na rin ako ng destabilization during the past administration, not under the under President Aquino, before that. And I know a destabilization activity when I see one. So yun ang naging basihan kung bakit parang this looks or this sounds familiar. Gaganito. Ano bang aim? Bakit porsigidong ipalabas o ma-prolong pa, ma-extend pa yung hearing? Isa lang naman to bring down the administration. And to me, it is not bad. It's normal when you feel that an administration is failing the Filipino people. I think it's incumbent upon us, being public officials ourselves, and even a common Filipino, ordinary Filipino, na gumawa rin ng hakbang para hindi naman mapabagsak sa illegal na pamamaraan, kasi meron namang constitutional na pamamaraan para maialis mo yung isang pangulo na sa tingin mo hindi sumasang-ayon sa konstitusyon. Well, admittedly, siya naman yung handler Sinabi naman. And of course, sa kanya nag-report, and the other handlers, which who hindi naman natin kilala lahat kung sino nag-handle sa kanya. But the mere act alone of going from one media outlet to another, and as I was observing pag may hearing, napakaraming international media na nagko-cover, which is quite unusual kasi marami rin naman tayong hearings na ginagawa rito. Wala naman tayo nakikita masyadong international media. Diba? Well, that's the beauty of democracy, While the president has full trust and confidence, as he said, as he announced, doon sa isang appointee. But kung sa pananaw naman ng Commission on Appointments, being a constitutional body, nagpo-fall short yung appointee or nominee doon sinatatawag na fitness and qualification and competence, of course. Decision yun, kasi yun ang check and balance Hindi naman porket gusto ng Pangulo, susunod yung lahat ng miyembro ng Commission on Appointments.
But for example, February meeting, sir, na hayagan yung suporta ng Pangulo?
No, it will not. Because sabi ko nga, independent naman yung Commission on Appointments. At sa kaso nga ni Secretary Yasay, alam naman ng lahat na malapit siya sa Pangulo, pero unanimous yung naging decision na i-reject siya. So it won't affect us.
Sir, wala na po si Sec Gina, Tuloy pa po bukas sa executive session?
Yung executive session sa committee level, tuloy yun because we will deliberate. We will even decide if we will vote at the committee level or not. But yung plenary, hindi namin gagawin kasi wala siya rito. Kung nandito siya, tuloy sa plenary yon. Madidesisyon na whether to confirm or reject. Hindi pa effective. Wala naman retroactive effect yung amendment ng rules. In fact, 15 days after publication, bago pa talaga magte-take effect yun. Yung 3 bypass rule. So everybody is deemed to have 0 bypass as of now. Hanggang hindi pa nagte-take effect yung rule. Magte-take effect lang yung rule, sisimulang magbilang ng bypass pag naging effective na yung amendment. Or, deferred. Pag deferred, bypass yun. Confirm or reject at the committee level. Kasi pwede namang sa committee ma-reject siya, pero pag disciplinaryo, pwede siyang ma-overturn ng plenary o yung commission proper yung recommendation ng committee kasi recommendatory lang.
So, yung sa destabilization, sino po yung nakikita ninyo?
Hindi. Ang sinasabi ko lang yung parang yung congruence, yung mga events na nangyayari, maliwanag naman na may destabilization sa administration. And sabi ko nga, we're not blaming them kasi I've been there before. Hindi ko naman tinatanggi na naging part din ako ng destabilization plot eh. Ba't natin ipag-deny pa kung malinaw naman? Alam mo sa amin, sa probinsya, may kasabihan na, di ba, yung, sabi natin yung ostrich, di ba, nakasubsub yung ulo, kita naman yung buntot.
Sir, yung
Yung sabi
sinasabi
ni Senator Trillanes is just exposing the truth.
Well, pero ano yung goal? Just the truth? Come on. We were not born yesterday. All of a sudden, ang goal mo lang is to just expose the truth. For what reason? For what purpose? And what is the objective? Sabi ko, basta ako, sabi niya mga kasama natin, pag may majority sa floor na nagsabing i-reopen, I cannot do otherwise. Di ba, tinatanong niya lang. Sabi ko, wala ka kasi, hindi ka nag-object eh. Kung nandun siya sa committee, nag-object siya, nagkabutuhan kami. Okay?
Sir, you mentioned na you've been there. So may regret ako, dapat ba hindi namin makiano yung sila nagpa-plan?
Hindi man, hindi nga natin sila sinisisi. Kasi kung inakala nila na hindi nagdi-deliver o kaya nagbabiolate ng constitution ng yung isang pangulo, karapatan naman nila na gumanahakbang para mapaalis yung pangulo na yon sa pamamagitan ng constitutional means, di ba? Hindi naman yung bring down an administration by force or violence.
Sir, yun ba yung during the time of change?
Kasama kami nun eh.
Sa kanan na siya.
Kasama kami ni Jimmy. Majority. Pwede na. Wala naman. Kaya alam ko pag naglilito bilang
Ayun lang yan.
ano niya, baka magkasakit sila.
Kaya